Here we go. Hi, everyone, and welcome again to From Strategy to Impact. And we are now speaking about change management already for several weeks. And today we have a special guest, a Mike Award winner. Thank you, Vincent, for leading this initiative, and also for getting us to know Samisha and Shamisa, bringing her to this course. So, Vincent, if you can please introduce her, and we will let her start sharing the Cognizant case study of change management.
Thank you, Moria. Hello, everyone. So yes, it's a great pleasure and a great honor to have Sharmista with us today. So just for those of you who are not maybe familiar with the Mike Award, Mike stands for the Most Innovative Knowledge Enterprise. So it's an award that is given every year to companies that excel in the field of knowledge management and innovation management. And Cognizant has been the Global Mike winner for many years now, and so we are delighted that they accepted to share with us today a portion of their knowledge management initiative. You will see they are very, very advanced, particularly in the AI dimension of knowledge management. So we could not get a better company to share their AI transformation and their change management with us. So, Shamista, the floor is all yours, and we're all looking forward to your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent, for the introduction. So, team, I'm really happy to be part of today's session and tell you about our journey. Cognizant is, all of you are aware, it's an IT organization, and this is about us, we are a Fortune 500 organization. We are in Forbes Global 2000. So it talks about the presence that we have in the industry. And we are 3.5 lakh associates and 270 plus global offices uh, in this world. So the vast volume of our employee base and spanning across multiple locations, with this kind of background, knowledge management is very, very crucial. And our kind of industry, where it's very junior intensive industry, there, how do we make any new joiners coming in the organization gets the right knowledge to deliver to the client with the right quality becomes very crucial. And for that, the change management is very, very vital. So I will come to that a bit later. But considering the age of AI where we are passing by, Cognizant has a very strong strategy that started around, I would say, 1.5, 2 years back. Minuscule started. Now it is a very big journey in our organization, where we have a definition of three vector strategy. So vector one, vector two, vector three, where it focuses on vector one talks about how you improve the productivity. It's a hyper productivity is the buzzword now. Productivity of the team. Vector two is how we are industrializing AI across the board by implementation of various AI tools, frameworks for the delivery processes that we are making the software solutions for our clients. And third is how are we agentifying the enterprise and developing multiple agents. Some are autonomous agents, some are assisted agents, and which helps in doing the job. So multiple at multiple levels. So we normally call it level one, level two, level three, level four kind of agents who will be helping you to fine tune your job, and some of the job will be done by the agent, some will be human agent together. Now, while all these changes are happening in the organization, there are multifold areas where knowledge becomes very important. The very first thing is the AI knowledge of the organization. So that 350,000 associates who work with us, how they are AI ready. That is the first area, making people knowledgeable. So we had to work on that. Next is after that knowledge, one is your training. Training is okay, but what about the implementation of that knowledge? So when we talk about the implementation, So when we talk about the implementation, so what Cognizant did a big innovation and agentic AI focus through Vive coding that happened last year. And if you may know that we got that Guinness World Record for this Vive coding. Entire organization, all associates have started giving ideas that where things can be automated using the Vive coding platform. So from each layer of the organization, starting from the leadership to the ground level associate, they started doing this Vive coding in different dimensions of areas. So that was the first step, that entire organization change management happened, where people, every layer got involved in this AI journey, and they started learning these no code platforms through which you can create different kind of solutions, websites. So we all worked on that. Then from the KM perspective, if you see, we follow a S curve. So this starts, we are just showing last 10, 11 years. Now, multiple areas we focus. Now, one of the area is this Gen AI driven integrated KM. So KM platforms, all our next gen KM, how we have transformed our only portal based KM to a AI based KM. So that transformation has already happened, and we are this year also we have other plans to make it happen. Now, before I go there, just want to touch upon the Cognizant's various AI platforms that has been developed. We call it as a Cognizant NeuroSuite. The neuro platforms, the neuro, so for different kind of services that we offer, some for the development kind of project, some for the support kind of project, some for your testing kind of projects, for different kind of projects and different kind of solutions. These are the various innovations within the organization, and through that innovation, these are various, these five broad, they are the Cognizant's IPs that got developed and which gets deployed into the client system as part of any new engagement depending on the scope. Now, so where came plays role over here, that these platforms are our IPs. These are very high level, very important class A kind of IPs. But apart from these IPs, there are many other. We have a definition of class A, class B, class C, class D, and class E, 5 levels of IPs. Now, these IPs gets continuously created by the organization, and those IPs, if you see here, we call it as a integrated platform through which these IPs get notified to the projects who are starting a client project, that which one you should adopt when you are starting a new project. Now, this is the overall KM platform ecosystem. This No Hub, if you see, this No Hub is our Cognizant's knowledge management platform. Now, this knowledge management platform has integration with many other platforms like our Microsoft Teams, which is our internal communication system, Viva Engage, through which our communities are there. Be Cognizant is our marketing and basically news communication sites. So there are many others. There are other systems also you are seeing here, but they all are integrated with our knowledge system. And through this knowledge system, any content, whatever comes over here, content can be various best practices, guidelines, other documents, software assets, which I just now said, the various levels of IPs, all get stored as part of our NoHub system. Now, our next thing is, how do we socialize people and make people aware of our repository, and they use it in the flow of the work. So flow of the work is very, very important, because unless people are aware that what they need to use, they will not use it, and then the knowledge management fails. So what we developed a GenAI based knowledge assistant on top of our KnowHub platform. So where based on the various persona, people will give their prompt, and based on the prompt from the underlying LLM which has been developed for our organization, it is following the ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo, and it's Microsoft Azure OpenAI. Based on this, a solution has been developed. So people will be able to get whatever they want. Now, in order to have a good assistant, knowledge assistant, which is supporting the entire organization's people, depending on the role they are playing at the type of need. Very important aspect is, how do you curate the data? Because underlying data, if you do not have, your agent is not successful. So for that,
Shamista,
this
Shamista, just to interrupt you, you have a window that says App Zoom is sharing your screen. Could you click on hide, please? Because it's covering some of the content. Yes, wonderful. Thank you so
okay.
much. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay. So as I was telling that here, the important piece is this knowledge assistant is there live, it's working perfectly, but underlying data, if we don't have it timely, then it's not going to serve the different persona, and they may not find knowledge platform as useful. So curation of the data, timely curation of the data plays a very critical role in knowledge management. And there comes the change management. How do we drive change management so that people comes forward and people contribute? And not only contribution, and if they contribute, we have to recognize those people, and that what they are bringing, and so that people can learn from there. Now, this is today we have some challenge. So that maybe in my subsequent post, my this session, we are going to do some breakout where we'll talk about it. Our challenge is, we have this IP ready process where through which the Cognizant's IPs are identified. Some gets patented, some may not be patented, but they are all internal IPs, which gets deployed into the client ecosystem. So if you see over here that WinZone is our deal management system where new proposals and others are coming, and Mainspring is our delivery platform. So if we have certain IPs are coming, getting evaluated, and we have platform called Code Hub where the code is getting baselined for all those software assets, software IPs, then it comes into a marketplace. We call it as a delivery asset marketplace. Now, in that marketplace, based on the demography of every project, client project, what is getting executed, they are mapped. All the IPs are mapped over there. And then it has an intelligent system which has been developed, through which in this deal platform and delivery platform, it gets recommended to the projects, auto recommend. We call it as seek to serve model. Seek to serve, that means you don't need to go and search for it, it will be served to you. So seek to serve model, where it gets auto recommended. And once it gets auto recommended based on the demography nature of the project, so the project manager has to select it, sign it up, then report the benefit because of reuse of an accelerator. How what is your cost of delivery improvement? the main objective is the organization today is spending a lot in creating new solutions, IPs, but if they are not reused, then that benefit do not come. Everybody is generating something new, but people are not reusing. So today with AI, everybody is experimenting and they are coming up with new agents, new solutions, and we are at a problem right at this moment. The problem is the volume of these agents is so huge, and they may be same kind of agent is getting developed by multiple teams. People don't know, and it's an unnecessary effort. And also any agent creation is a consumption of tokens and others, be it Claude or whatever platform like Copilot. Mainly we use Copilot, Gemini, and Claude. So in all those platforms, the corresponding cost is, there is a cost associated to it. So there's a significance. So there are a lot of duplications. Now, how do we make that, and what kind of changes in the process we should bring so that the our change management should be robust enough so that people are aware. So there comes a very high focus on the change management. This is just a snapshot of our AI solution marketplace. We have two kinds of software assets. One are standard software assets so far, and this AI means all the agents. So various agents are coming, and for every agent we have some case study, brochure, some video, point of view, collateral. Some are becoming patent, some are some policy guidelines. So accordingly the classifications happen, and these are all available in a central, those repository that I talked about. So agent classifications are happening. So there, some are there, some are not there, is a present challenge. Now, then once we have all these in the central database, these are implementation process for every account. When I say account, account means a client engagement. For every, we have today around 6,000, 7,000 clients for whom we are doing business. And for every client, there are multiple projects which are running. Now, we want for every client engagement, there has to be a proper KAME setup, the KAME for team, content finalization, onboarding process, repository, skill-based lining, KAME profile. We have also come up with the KAME profiler and maturity modeler, which has also been patented. We have filed for patent. And this AI-based KAME agent, it's totally an AI-based KAME maturity agent which has been developed by us. So that runs for every client engagement, and the learning from every client engagement again goes back to our central repository. So we try to socialize that to the maximum possible to the entire organization, but still there are challenges. So these are some of the broad heads under which the KAME maturity assessment happens, just for your information. This is our integrated change management, which we are continuously focusing, and presently our focus is fully on AI. Like, for example, there are a lot of master classes happens every quarter. We have a target of certain master classes running. Then AI marketplace related lot of hurdles on latest AI assets and vectors. We keep on doing KAME stories around the world is a very every month we have multiple sessions where the delivery teams comes and they talk about the KAME solution that they have built for the client, so that one can learn from another. It's a global event which keeps on happening every month. K November is a November month activity. Every November we celebrate in the organization. It's a month of knowledge. So lot of events keeps on happening. KAME day, account level, business unit level, lot of KAME things. Apart from that, all the business leaders, our leadership team comes for KAME show. Here you see that I am taking interview of some of our leaders where they talk about the importance of KAME, where we should focus. So these are various spotlight sessions, many things, many quiz and others. We keep on continuously, it keeps on happening in the organization. And this year, our entire focus is on the various AI use cases and its implementation, agents getting developed. So those are our focus for the year 2026. With this, actually, my session closes. Then I can take some questions from you, and then we can go for our breakout session.
Thank you so much, Sharmista, for this very impressive presentation. So, do we have a question from the audience?
Yes, I've raised my hand, Vincent Rudolph here.
Oh, sorry. Okay, please, Rudolph.
Sharmishta, hi, I'm Rudolph from Mumbai. And
Hi.
I want to know, why do you need to have a KM, implementation process for each client? You have 6,000 clients, so why do you need to have a KM implementation process for each client?
The
And my
reason is
follow-up question is, how many people do you all have in your KM team globally?
okay.
Just a minute
So
before we start. Shamisa, can you stop sharing for a minute because we see a multi-screen?
Okay, just hold on.
Okay, Rudolph, I'm sorry. Back to you and Shamisa. Yes, please.
Yeah. So, Mr. Rudolph, the thing is that ultimately our business is to have a proper customer satisfaction, so that customers are satisfied with the delivery quality of our different engagements that we are delivering. Now, KM is the base of the knowledge of the associates, and IT organizations main material, if you see, uh, they are the people. There's a people-based organization, so knowledge of the people plays the most crucial role. So focus on KM is very, very strong, so that the people, and as I said, we are a bottom heavy kind of organization. Lot of college pass outs come, and for every project our pyramid is it's a broad based pyramid. So in order to make these people very fast knowledgeable, the KM plays a very important role. So strong onboarding, KT, continuous skilling, it's our focus, so that ultimately our customers are happy and there is no complaint with respect to resourcing. That is one. And from the team perspective, our central KM core team, which is my team, it's a around 20 members team. It's a small team, but we have a very big team which are our dotted line with us, which is embedded into all accounts, business units. So when I say account, means each client. So we have knowledge manager as a role. So every account has a knowledge manager, and they may not be a full-time knowledge manager, but they have the responsibility of knowledge management. Similarly, for all business units, our business units are like healthcare, banking, insurance. Each domain is our business unit. So there we have the because in AI context today, domain plays a very, very important role, because technical things are all getting automated through all this application, but unless you have a strong domain knowledge, you won't be into the business. So domain plays an important role, and we have all leadership. We call them KM strategist. Every business unit has a leader, and with whom we are continuously working, so that we are aligned. We are aligned with the business. So our business alignment is very strong.
Thank you, Sharmishta. That is very enlightening.
Additional questions?
Maybe just a quick question, Shamista. You mentioned about the fact that you have persona. The few persona you showed us were based on positions. Are these persona based on position in the organization, or are they based on knowledge needs that different people may have?
No, but it's a positioning in the organization, the role they are playing. It's based on the
The role.
role.
Okay. And how many different type of persona do you have?
See, primarily we consider personas like project manager, project leader, coder, tester, business development manager, then leadership, then our different corporate functions like a finance team, yeah, skilling team. So this is how some broad around 16 personas are identified, and we try to ensure that the knowledge related to those personas are all curated, so that whenever they log into the system, they should not say that I'm not seeing anything for me. That should not happen.
Okay. And the curation is automated also, or the curation is done by human beings?
Curation is our platform, but it's a human only needs to upload. It's a but human is involved, but there is, because the reason is there is a review and approval process. Otherwise we had tried
Okay.
an automated process, but we saw that a lot of junk have started coming in. That's why we
Okay.
stopped it at one point in time. It should undergo a proper approval. People will not
Okay.
get the right material.
And when you started to use this, I mean, did you have to curate a huge amount of knowledge to start with, and how did you go
Actually,
about?
we are pretty old into KM. So when we
Okay.
started, then organization was also small. Now organization has grown to such a large extent. So every year we have KPIs, KM KPIs agreed with all the business unit, all the accounts, and there how much is your incremental knowledge base increasing? There is a target. So that we keep on monitoring every month. There are telemetries which gets published, and it tells that view wise you have a target whether you are matching. So we have actually two things. One is that content growth part, which is very important. Another is the every business unit has a content heat map. Content heat map tells that the what are the important contents we need in our repository, and from your business point of view, these are your important ones. You have to contribute. So when I say my content has increased maybe 80% or 70%, but it may happen the content grid that we decided, out of that one or two content types there is no contribution. So we see to both things together, whether contribution is coming from all content types, and overall what is your growth. So two things goes together.
Can I
Okay.
learn from
Thank you.
that you are, that KM is leading the AI transformation from your discussion?
Yes, this year our entire discussion is on AI transformation, because we are not talking anything else. That is our leadership direction. We call ourselves as a AI builder organization. So anything we are talking, any work we are doing, that is in line with AI.
But I'm asking the other way around. Is anyone else trying to lead the AI change, or they are leaving it to KM to lead?
Both. There is another team also who are driving in the organization the entire AI tooling, AI frameworks. So they do continuous research on that and brings whatever is new in the market for the organization. So we have a separate AI COE in the organization, and we work together with AI COE to make that change happening in the organization. We are change agent.
Wonderful. I don't see any
Very
additional
quick question.
questions. Yes,
Yes, Manfred.
Manfred.
Yes.
Hi. Thank you for your presentation. I saw that you have several thousand different clients, and that I understood that you keep their knowledge bases very separate. So, and depending on the projects as well. What about the average size about this knowledge bases, just for benchmarking? Are we talking about a couple thousand documents, or is this millions documents? Just to get
No,
an
it's
idea.
millions. It's millions. It's
Thank you.
millions of documents.
Okay.
Patrick?
Hi, thanks. A quick question around in a way, it's probably around the content governance component. So assuming a project from 6 months prior, suddenly you've discovered not an error or mistake, but it didn't achieve the right results, basically. How do you then incorporate that into the data set to make sure that AI will pick up on the fact that which was previously perhaps sold as a winning formula, in fact, is actually not such a good formula, and caution should be attached to that approach amongst consultants in real time?
So what happens that today in the database, see, contents keeps on coming. And as you said, that contents intent or the approach can get changed with time. So the same topic, maybe I can have a content 2 years back, which had come into the system, and maybe this year again on the same topic, but some revised version has been released. So first is there is a version management, but in certain cases the problem is the people who are uploading the content, people changes. So the version people do not follow. So they can rename a content with something else. So it's not possible. But the AI that has been implemented, it goes inside the content, it reads the document, and based on your prompt, it brings out the relevant content. And when it picks up the relevant content, it always goes by the latest current dates, the date on which it has been uploaded in the system. So it will not go back to a previous content of the same thing, as it is reading the content. It is not by the file name. So it reads through the content based on the prompt. It does a closest match, and whichever is the latest, it picks up and shows to the user.
I think no questions at the time. We make come back.
Just a last quick one. I mean, since generative AI, has bloomed, over the past few years, does your role as a KMer do people pay much more attention, or do you have more resources now as a KM team than you used to have before? Or how does this AI transition somehow potentially shifted or increased the importance of your KM unit?
Yeah, so the thing is, today from our KM unit, a new thing that got started this year, that we have to play the role of as KM consultant for our clients. So billable opportunity for us. And there we are getting a lot of requests, because it's a shift that we are seeing in the market, where they want their entire game, they want to develop a platform where all data and will be underlying data through some AI solution will be available for the entire organization, and you bring a KM solution for it so that people are aware of things. So that is coming as a lot of requirements from our customers. And our people, our team, started playing the role of internal consultant. We were there, but now it is becoming an external consultant. So that's a shift in the role. It's a more client facing roles are coming for our people. And also there are some certain activity which we used to do manually before, like for example, uh, uh, in a business unit, they have identified a lot of contents. Now you need to move it, some kind of manual movement of the contents by verification in those. Now we are totally agentifying those areas, that we will have an agent who will do that content verification with certain guidelines and certain rules, and it will be auto flown into the repository instead of, but but RAI principle says that you have to have a human oversight. So that is baked in the process, but so much effort, our effort is going down. So we are reimagining our KM team into 4 layers. So L1 is totally agentified layer where it's autonomous with some human like RAI's principle, following the principle, but most of the task will be autonomous. That is a L1 layer. L2 will be around 30% automated. Rest is, 30% human, your 70% automated through agents. L3 is your 60% automated, 40% human oversight or some of the things. And L4 is a fully human, where the entire thing is done by human. Their expertise is required. So we have divided our team into these 4 layers, and we have divided our tasks also accordingly. This change we have already made by last month, and it has been rolled out in the organization.
I think many
Thank you so much.
KMers, including myself, are very envy in the most positive way.
You're a role model, yes.
Yeah, and there's so many that are trying to be more involved in AI and now being recognized that it's not only helping but also externalized as new services. When we're speaking about our KM vision, we speak about 3 levels. The lowest is protecting the company from risks. The second is improving business performance, which I believe you were busy with for the past 3 years, a few years. But the higher one is leveraging and taking the organization to new added value and to new value proposition based on knowledge. And we see, or we learn from you, how you moved from stage 2 only to stage 3. Wonderful.
Thank you.
If it's okay now, I shared on the chat of the Zoom here the link to Miro. We would open Miro boards for how long? 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yes.
10 minutes. And so people can discuss. You want to explain the questions before we send people to the Miro board, please?
Yes. The question is that with this AI, in this AI era, everybody is experimenting and they are coming up with their new ideas. A lot of innovations are happening and people are coming up with their solutions. So the base of solutions, the new thing is increasing in every organization. Now, the challenge today is how do we curate those new thoughts, ideas, learnings, solutions that people are we are overwhelmed. That's a problem we are facing, and many cases we are not aware. So how do we overcome this challenge, because the base is very high on this innovation and the new solutions. And so this is a problem statement. Now with this we'll move into this breakout session that where mainly 3 things we thought of. Maybe Maria, if you can tell that how you have structured it. Yes.
I'll share the screen while you are speaking. So just a minute. Here. Okay, I see that there are some people who already have popped into the Miro. So here we go. We structured it into 3 columns. Maybe giving criteria. It's not A or B or C, but giving criteria where to hold on to. Please ignore the comma. Where let go of, and where should we imagine. Any questions before we send you out to the breakout rooms? So here we go. Have fun. Recording. Shamita, we are with you. You may
Okay.
continue.
Yeah. So so we had multiple teams. I was part of team 2 and I heard team 2 was telling their thought. So maybe team 1, any one of you can quickly summarize your discussion.
In team 1, we had Josephine and Julia and Manfred and Maria and Patrick and Torsten.
What a team, huh?
A dream team.
Dream team, yes, indeed. But we need one of them to speak out. Here, Maria is with us.
Patrick, please. I have a terrible
Julia.
sore throat.
Yeah.
Wonderful,
Okay. So I
Julia.
mean,
Yes.
okay. So it was a multi-level conversation, as I imagine all the teams had. And I think we actually hit the solving the KM and AI issue overall in terms of professional services and charging models. But anyway, that's a different conversation. Looking at the Miro board, I think that the component there, the critical component was ensuring that the expertise and the knowledge that exists with an organization remains intact in the sense that for lack of a better description at this point, it's probably the human in the loop concept. So the critical thinking, that we're doing the validation, the evaluation of the content that's being fed into the AI or that's being leveraged by AI solutions. And that's at the end of the day, whatever the AI solution comes out with, has to make sense, and that can only be at this point validated by the humans, by experts, and so that part I think we sort of agreed on. Now just having to reimagine part. Yeah, so in terms of what we spoke around here was also the I think was it you, Maria? No, sorry, not Maria. Was it Julia, Josefina? I think one of you mentioned might want to be better off speaking to that one, but which we are classified under reimagine. Anybody want to jump in? Okay. Otherwise, for what I put down here was also in terms of how AI can simultaneously tap into parallel or real-time projects happening elsewhere globally. People are working on similar situations, similar issues. How can we make sure? Because if we wait for content to be cleaned up, curated, whatever, and then uploaded, or whatever the system, the process is, how do we tap into the real-time knowledge which has been created at that point? So that's the reimagine part. And then let go of here was, I'm not sure who wrote these ones. Traditional process. Yeah, probably by the traditional approach to architecture, the information architecture, I guess. Okay, mindful of time, I'll stop there.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's a good point, that real-time information that so that's an important point. Yeah, we can go to the other team
Yes,
3.
we have Alexander, Andy, Gerald, Marcus, Phil, and Anahit. If any one of you can speak out.
Okay, I can take the first one. What we need to hold on to, a point that are really important for the knowledge management is for sure the critical knowledge, because this is surely the most important point we have to rely on when you are in an organization. What is critical for your organization, and also to continue to make a clear separation between the explicit or codified knowledge and the implicit, because these are two separate processes that sometimes can rely one on the other, but completely different. The first one is quality assurance. The second is what I call pure KM. That means the implicit knowledge management.
Thank you. Thank you. If we look to room number 4, then we can ask if anyone wants to add anything. We had Simon, Eden, Elizabeth, Rudolf, Awan, and Vincent, of course. So all of these teams are dream teams. Vincent, I see you raising your hand.
No, I was not, but I don't know how it happened. Maybe it's the automated stuff. Okay, just rapidly, we don't have much time. So, Team 4, yeah, we say it's important to keep people in the loop, expert communities of practice, or not try to automate everything. I mean, human beings are still have some maybe more experiential knowledge than machine can gain up to this stage. We also in the reimagine section, just looking at idea, maybe trying to find a way to use portfolio of ideas by defining some criteria on how this idea could be clustered. So it's easier to look at cluster rather than using at everything already in the as all the information, all the ideas. Mention also that these ideas, even though they are not used now, should be preserved maybe in a vault of ideas so they can be reassessed later on. Maybe this idea, if they are just ideas, should be prototyped. So maybe this will reduce, and prototype also helps to better identify the likeliness or likelihood of success or impact. And also making sure that everyone is no one is left behind. If there are different countries, different units, or whatever, that everyone is able to follow up or to catch up on things. If I forgot anything, Team 4, please feel free to jump in. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I think we were very challenged with a lot of questions, overwhelmed. And I hope that you can learn something and then that does give you some ideas. Do you want to ask us anything regarding the ideas that were suggested? No, I don't. So I want to thank.
Yes.
I'm not sure she hears us.
I think she's frozen. Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is a question to me, Mario.
Yes.
Yeah,
If you want to ask any of us something, a follow-up question before we end, and I hope that we gave you something, even though it was all raw ideas because it was a very short period of time.
No, it was a very wonderful session. I also heard people's thoughts, and some of the good ideas also came in this session in the breakout. So it's very enriching, and I look forward to similar sessions in future. It's an opportunity for us also to learn from you all.
And I think it's an opportunity for us to say, A, thank you, and B, admirable work. For good reason, you are receiving the Mike Award again and again. Thank you very much. Thank you. And you see that everyone, the applause. Next week, we will meet Karuna, who will be speaking with us about leadership, a necessary component in any change management initiative. So thank you all and see you next week. And we will end with the applause, adding and coming up again and again. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you so much, Sharmista. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.